What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. Welcome to Andy Arts TV, where I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. And today, I have a special activity. I am going to be doing a tier list. I have here a tier maker. Right now, I'm on Photoshop. I wasn't exactly sure how to go about doing the whole tier list thing, you know. So I just opened up Photoshop, and I just kind of did it my way. I don't really do it I don't do it the same way that other YouTubers do it. So here I have a whole bunch of anime from the 2000s. So this is gonna be in a 2000s anime tier list. Okay, so we're gonna start. We are going to start with Naruto. And by the way, just to make the rules clear, at the top we have an S, which is, you know, top of the line, right? And at the bottom we have D, which is, you know, kind of crappy anime, right? And here I have about, I want to say like about, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 anime from the 2000s. I wanted to add more, but like I didn't want to make the video too long, and I didn't want to add like romance anime or comedy anime. I just wanted to focus on the action-packed stuff, right? So let's start with Naruto. Where does Naruto belong here? Now, of course, this is, you know, this is basically opinionative. Some of you might agree with me, some of you might not. But I'm going to put Naruto at position A, right up here. And the reason why is because Naruto does have a lot of flaws, but it also has a lot of great stuff. I mean, I grew up with Naruto. And I absolutely love every minute of it. I watched almost every episode of the first everything before Shippuden. I watched Naruto, right? Almost every episode. I read the manga from start to finish, all the way to the very last chapter before Boruto. But when it came to Shippuden, and you know, it was starting to show a lot of plot holes. A lot of things started to change. So that's what kind of ruined it. Otherwise, it would have been a top of the line anime. Okay, up next is going to be Dragon Ball Z, right? Dragon Ball Z. So, and it's gonna be, I am going to put Dragon Ball Z at position B. Oh, a lot of people are going to get angry at this. You guys are gonna get angry at this, man. The reason why I put Dragon Ball at position B is because, look, let's face it, Dragon Ball is more action than story. And then Naruto is both action and story, right? It's got a great story, great writing, and great action, great ninja moves, great ninjutsu fight scenes, all that stuff. But Dragon Ball, mainly we watch it because of the action and the transformations. That's usually why we watch it. I mean, come on. You know, a new villain shows up, and then Goku and Vegeta got a power up, you know, reach the next level or whatever. And honestly, when it came to Dragon Ball Super, yeah, it was still pretty cool, but I mean, Dragon Ball Super was basically fan service, and they changed a lot of rules, which it just gave it a lot of like points down. There was you know, I started giving the points off when Dragon Ball Super started changing things, especially the power levels. It's like power levels didn't exist in Dragon Ball Super. So Dragon Ball, as much as I love it, it is not, I don't consider it, you know, one of the top animes. I mean, it is in terms of popularity, it's super duper popular. But in terms of story, action, and everything else, it's not the best. Okay. But it is fun. Dragon Ball has always been fun. I still watch it. You know, I still read the manga. I still watch the movies, but it's not, I wouldn't consider it like the best of the best anime, especially when you see other anime, you know, especially Naruto, the way they fight, the fighting in other anime. Dragon Ball Z can be very repetitive. Now, Yu Yu Hakusho. Excuse me. Yu Yu Hakusho. So the story in Yu Yu Hakusho is obviously, you know, one of the best. Well, not one of the best. It's a shonen anime. It's very fun. It's absolutely, you know, very, very fun. But in terms of the action, it's not the best. I say it's below Dragon Ball and Naruto. So I'm gonna give Yu Yu Hakusho a C. Right? Although it's got good stories, a lot of the action scenes were not the best. And maybe it's because it was made in the 90s or whatever, but Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't know. It's not one of the best when it comes to action. But I do still enjoy it. It's still one of my favorite animes. But yeah, I give it a C, guys. Now, Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo, I am going to give it an S. Alright, look, so the reason why I'm giving Samurai Champloo an S on top of Naruto and Dragon Ball Z is because Samurai Champloo has great story, great philosophy, right? Great story, great philosophy. Great music. It has great music. Rarely do you see an anime with really good music. It has great action scenes. The animation on Samurai Champloo is top of the line. Top of the line, I tell you. Okay? So Samurai Champloo, and it only has 25 episodes. Samurai Champloo gets an S, an absolute S. I mean, what does the S stand for? Success? Sophisticated? I don't know. It's an S. There really should be an E here for excellent. I don't know. Anyways, up next is Berserk. Berserk. I am giving Berserk an absolute S. It's right up there with Samurai Champloo. And as you guys already might know, Kentaro Miura recently passed away, in July. And it was really sad. It's really sad to see him go. But Kentaro Miura left not only just the manga, this beautiful work of art, but the original anime of Berserk, and the 3 movies that came out in the 2010s. The story, the action, the philosophy behind Berserk, everything, the meaning behind it. It's got so many meanings, and I don't even know where to start. One of the things that I learned about Berserk is stop chasing people, forge your own path and stop, basically, like, if you don't decide what to do with your life, somebody else will. That's one of the main things I learned about Berserk. If you don't decide what to do with your life, somebody else will come in and tell you what to do. All right? I absolutely love Berserk. And it's super duper popular. It's dark and gritty. And anyways, I'm talking too much about it. Moving on. One Piece. Okay, so One Piece, some of you guys are going to get mad as to how I'm going to rate it, because although I'm not a huge fan of One Piece, I do appreciate it for what it is. And I think it's at the same level of Dragon Ball. It's at the same level of Dragon Ball, where you watch it because you've been with it for so long. The manga has been running for so long, just like Dragon Ball, and you live with the characters for so long. It's almost as if you cannot picture your life without them. Like, they've been with you for decades, right? So One Piece is a position B because it's super duper popular, but it doesn't have exactly the absolute best stories. And here's a problem that I personally have with long stories, is that the longer the story gets, the more the story starts to lose its identity. It starts to, a lot of writers, the longer the story gets, the writers kind of start to run out of ideas, and you kind of start to lose the joy of it. You lose the joy. And that's why I put One Piece on position B. Now, Gundam. Gundam is kind of all over the place. There's many Gundam series, and this is for mainly Gundam Wing, G Gundam, the Gundam series that we grew up with, with Cartoon Network and all of that. And Gundam, it's, I would say, I mean, unless you like mecha anime, you probably don't really care much about Gundam, but it's like, I'm gonna put it at the same level as Yu Yu Hakusho, where it's like you like it, but it's not the best. It's just there because you like Gundam, but it doesn't have the best story. Gundam tends to be sometimes, depending on which Gundam series, it tends to be hard science in a way. It tends to be hard science. It could be a little hard to understand, so then it becomes a little hard to enjoy, right? So it's not like Ghost in the Shell, where like people absolutely love Ghost in the Shell, and then you actually get to understand it. With Gundam, personally, I feel like it's not necessarily G Gundam, but like the other Gundams. It's, you enjoy it, but they're not absolutely memorable. Let's just put it that way. Now, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop. All right. So Cowboy Bebop, I was thinking of putting it up here with Samurai Champloo, but I'm going to put it right next to Naruto. Because Cowboy Bebop has a really good soundtrack, and although it's episodic, it tends to be very, like, each episode is very interesting, and I love how diverse it is. I love the theme, because one of the reasons why Western audience fell in love with Cowboy Bebop is because well, it's inspired by Western action movies, right? But you see Spike and the crew going to different parts of the world, like Mexico, Singapore, and all parts of the world, as well as space, as outer space, and yeah, I think Cowboy Bebop, it's one of those anime that it only has 25 episodes, and it doesn't need to go any longer than that. It's kind of like Samurai Champloo. It doesn't need a season 2. You just love it for what it is, right? You just love it for what it is. And yeah, now Bleach. Oh man, some of you are gonna hate me for this. Bleach. I watch Bleach, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's alright. But it just doesn't, the first time I watched Bleach, it didn't click. It just didn't click with me as much as Naruto and some other anime, right? Alright, so I'm gonna put Bleach like on level C. Some of you are gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you, Anderson? So Bleach, I watched the live action movie on Netflix. The live action was actually pretty good. But Bleach is one of those anime that the longer they go, they kind of like start to run out of ideas. And although they didn't run as long as Dragon Ball and One Piece, it's pretty long. But like, I don't know. Bleach is one of those urban fantasies that it requires a certain taste for you to get into. It requires a certain taste for you to get into, right? And then we have Ronnie Kenshin, one of the popular animes of the 2000s, Ronnie Kenshin. I am going to put it at... You know what? Darn it, hold on a second, guys. Position B. It's up there with Dragon Ball and Ronnie Kenshin. I mean, Dragon Ball and One Piece. Ronnie Kenshin is one of those anime that is very memorable. Even till this day, is very memorable. This is the live action Ronnie Kenshin movies, which are really good. And but the problem with Ronnie Kenshin, I think, is like you kind of enjoy reading the manga more than you like enjoying the anime, right? And we're judging this by anime quality. And although the animation was not that great with Ronnie Kenshin, you still enjoy it. And one of the reasons why you like Ronnie Kenshin is because it shows you old Japan, okay? Old, what was it? I think was it Edo? It wasn't Edo period. Meiji era Japan, in the 1800s when Japan was being westernized. That's what's really cool about Ronnie Kenshin. But it's not the greatest anime, though it is very memorable. It's one of those things. Okay, and then we got Helsing. And all you Helsing fans out there, you're gonna hate me for this, but I am putting Helsing at D tier. D tier. D level. And the reason is because unless you're one of those people that absolutely loves vampires, if you're, because Helsing it's in the 2000s, and during the 2000s there was the vampire craze, the Blades, the Twilights, the Blades, the Twilights, what other vampire movies were out there? Shit, I forgot. As you can see, I'm not a big vampire fan, but unless you're a vampire crazy person, then you're probably not gonna like Helsing. Although it is good action. I don't know, it requires a certain taste for you to enjoy Helsing. I think you would just like it as an action anime, but other than that, you're not gonna remember. Like, it's not gonna stay in your memory. I have friends that love Helsing, and the reason why they like it is because they're crazy about vampires. They love vampires, right? Now, moving on. Gans. If you have not heard of Gans, I will fight you. Okay? I will fight you. I will fist fight you. I will punch the computer. My fist is gonna go through the computer and over to your side. Okay? Gans is an absolute masterpiece. Both the manga, obviously the manga is way better, but the anime is an absolute masterpiece. Now, the anime didn't continue. Well, actually, the anime only has one season. With I think it has like 20 episodes, 25 episodes. See, it's one of those anime, just like Samurai Champloo, where it only has 20 plus episodes, but it's absolutely amazing. Okay? Because Gans, the story about, Gans is about survival. It's about survival and the relationship between the characters. You really end up loving the characters. And not only that, but the action and the weapons that they use. Gans is an overall great anime, and as far as philosophy, you can add so many ideas to it as to where the manga artist got his ideas from. But manga is an absolute masterpiece. Okay. Woo! So there it is, guys. The Andy RCV anime tier list from the 2000s. I would like to know what you think. Do you guys hate me for giving Helsing a D? Giving Yu Yu Hakusho a C? Or Bleach? A lot of Bleach fans are gonna hate me for this, but I give Bleach a C. So, what do you think? Let me know. Go ahead and comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Share with your friends. And this is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed.